Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to introduce one more batch of students who worked on isolation and characterization of plastic degrading bacteria from various dumping yards and their comparative studies that which bacteria can degrade plastic, different types of plastic in what percentage. And this work was done by Lakshita, Mishriya, Rabana, Aisha from Department of Biotechnology, Saptagiri College of Engineering, Bangalore. So we all know how plastic is widely used amongst us in the day-to-day life, and plastics are different type of polymers. So after usage, these are just discarded, and accumulation of this is creating a great threat to the society, and the pollution which is caused by the plastic also creating imbalance in the ecosystem, and the natural degradation of this plastic, naturally they are non biodegradable, and also degradation takes a very long time. So eco friendly degradation is the only way which is there in front of us now. So microbial degradation method is a very effective method, and it plays very important role in decomposition of these plastics. So here they are to explain about the work, and also they'll say about the bacteria and their efficiency in degrading the plastic.
Hi, I'm Lakshita WN. Now I'll be explaining you about what our study did exactly involve. The purpose of our study was to isolate microorganisms from plastic dumping yards, and we mainly see the capacity or the potential of the bacteria to degrade the plastic. Like soil were dug few meters in depth, and soil sample was collected from various different sources or places, like soil near Chikpanavara, soil near Saptagiri Hospital, and soil from Petrolburg, Vidyaranyapura. We collected different types of plastic samples also, mainly polystyrene, styrene, polyethylene terephthalate, and low density polyethylene. The bacteria were cultured, followed by inoculation and incubation, and the selected bacterial isolates were identified by microscopic, morphological, biochemical, and molecular characterization. DNA was isolated from different bacteria. Its conserved gene was amplified and then sequenced. The obtained data was analyzed thoroughly using bioinformatics tools. This is what our study exactly. Isolates were found to be Aeromonas cavea, Aeromonas hydrophila, Salmonella enterica, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Aeromonas hydrophila, Salmonella enterica, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa isolates showed gram-negative. They mainly gave this pink and or pinkish or red color colonies. The biodegradation of plastic was analyzed by using plastic pieces which were aseptically transferred into a different a culture bottle which contained a nutrient broth. In that culture vessel or culture bottle, we inoculated the bacteria samples, the bacteria samples which we isolated, and these culture vessels were incubated for a time interval of 2 months, 4 months, and 6 months for weight reduction. From the above studies, Aeromonas hydrophila showed more degrading capability. This bacteria was it was able to degrade up to 48.29% at 60 days. Like this is a huge difference. Like we can see how the bacteria effectively degrade the plastic. Hence, as incubation period increases, polythene bag or the plastic weight decreases periodically. Hence, from this study, it can be speculated that microorganisms have enough potential to degrade plastics. Like from this, this technique can be utilized in order to reduce the pollution, the plastic pollution or the environmental pollution. Uh, and we also see that the culturing of bacteria in vivo is the degradation capacity of the bacteria in vivo is high when compared to degradation mechanism naturally. Hence, Bacteria possesses plastic degrading potential, and plastic waste problem can be efficiently managed with these organisms. um, degradation capacity will obviously show better results in vivo condition compared to natural environment. Like research towards engineering of microorganisms or microbes at genetic level needs to be increased. Its plastic degrading capability should be priority in future days.
As briefly explained by Lakshita, with the motto of isolating and characterizing plastic degrading bacteria, they collected the soil samples from different garbage dumping yards like Chikkabanavara and the hospital soil near Saptagiri Hospital and the soil near petrol pump of Vidyaranyapura. So the soils were collected from these places. The soil which are adhered to different kinds of plastics like polystyrene, polyethylene tetraphthalate and low density polyethylene. The soil adhered to different types of plastics were collected, and these soils were serially diluted to get the pure colonies of bacteria. So these are the colonies of bacteria which were obtained, which were isolated, and these pure cultures were again subcultured to get the pure form of the bacteria. And to this inoculum, as said before, the three types of plastics were put, which were pre-weighed, so that we can make out the weight of the plastic and what is the degradation capacity of the bacteria inoculated. So the isolated colonies were initially gram stained to check whether they are gram positive or gram negative. And these were the four colonies which were isolated: Aeromonas caeviae, Hydrophila, Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Salmonella enterica. In this, all are gram negative bacteria, and different biochemical tests were done like catalase, citrate, indole, motility, MRVP test to find out the genus and also the biochemical properties of the bacteria. At the same time, for molecular characterization, DNA was isolated from the bacteria, and its conserved gene, that is 16S rRNA gene, was amplified, and further they were taken for Sanger sequencing to identify the sequence of the bacteria. So with this sequencing, we were able to find out the species of the bacteria, and phylogenetic tree was constructed to find out the evolutionary relationship of these bacteria with other bacteria. And in plastic degrading efficiency, so the percentage of Aeromonas hydrophila is very high when compared to other bacteria. So we can say that Aeromonas hydrophila is a species which has a high efficiency to degrade the plastic, any kind of plastic. So like this, in vitro condition, whatever plastic we had taken were weighed in different time points of 1 month, 2 months and up to 6 months. At the same time, we also try to find out the weight of the plastic in its natural environment, that is in the soil. Along with this, we also try to find out the germinating capacity in the soil having the bacteria which has plastic degrading capacity. So with all these studies, we could able to conclude that these organisms are potential to degrade the synthetic polymer polyethylene, and the bacteria which come under this category are Aeromonas caeviae, Aeromonas hydrophila, Salmonella enterica and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. In this, few are pathogenic also, so we should be taking care that which organism should be taken forward for this process. So we know that the organism possess plastic degrading potential, and hence the plastic waste problem can be efficiently managed this way. Since this is eco-friendly method, it is very beneficial to use this method. So the research towards engineering the microbes at the genetic level to increase its plastic degrading capability should be employed, so that our major problem of plastic dumping and non-biodegradable property of the plastic can be solved in a natural and eco-friendly method.
We would like to thank our ma'am, Dr. Shriti SD, for offering her valuable time for teaching and guiding us. Should always guide us and teach us, and like make our every like should make every doubts clear for us. We would like to extend our extreme gratitude for being such a good mentor and guide. Thank you, ma'am.
So this work is already published in an international journal called Innovate Journal of Life Science. The idea behind exhibiting and explaining this work is to motivate the students. Students need not take the project or internship only just for the sake of finishing their degree. They can also take it in a positive way, wherein they can do research on their topic of interest, and also they can publish it in a form of uh, good output which is beneficial to the society. I encourage all the students to do this, so that they also will be having interest to work with any of the subject they have chosen. Thank you all.